Don't confuse me. There we go. That was loud.
Brooklyn, London.
That's a proper professional thing to do, that.
Is it?
Yeah. All right, don't confuse me, you know.
Right.
Right. Welcome back, everyone. Episode 3 of the Wired Different podcast.
3. Yeah.
Do it again when the camera's on you.
3.
Yeah, good one.
Aye, flying episodes out now, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
2 in a night for everybody who's conscious as to why I'm wearing the same hoodie. Sam's literally just took his top off and put his Art of Football St James's Park t-shirt on. So
Complete lie. This is a completely different day, and you just happen to wear that hoodie every day.
Yeah, to be fair, my wardrobe is a lot of the same clothes. I just get comfortable with the same things and I just wear them over and over and over again.
Yeah. I don't blame you. It's the same.
Yeah.
I'm the same, really.
Isn't like Mark Zuckerberg have that? Like he has the same. He has like 10 of the same t-shirt and 10 of the same pairs of pants, and he just wears like the same outfit every day.
Yeah, he does that.
He doesn't have to think about what he's wearing.
That is
Sam Hansen.
how I think. Yeah, that's something I would do. It's standardising. So it takes a decision out of your day. You don't have to decide what you're going to wear. It's just pre-done. You know exactly what you're going to wear.
Is that a thing now you do? Like you do that now?
Well, obviously, now I'm in the position, I wouldn't now throw out clothes to then just get in a load of the same clothes, because it's a waste and I quite like my clothes. But in other areas of my life, perhaps I do that.
Like what?
I think you know what I'm talking about, Jack.
Every night, yeah.
Yeah. Which is, of course, you have no idea because I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah. I feel like it's going to be something absolutely shit now. I bet it's like fucking eggs and chicken. You know what I mean? Something so boring
random
and dull. And it's gone too far. You'll just let everybody down when you do reveal what it is. Unless it's like caviar and fucking posh as and you rich as and nobody knows about it.
Well, obviously I'm not rich, and chicken and eggs would be, you know, highly confluent with my gym lifestyle and fitness lifestyle, Jack.
I hope it's something shit.
Look, yeah, I'm not going to tell you that can wait for a future episode. Hey, if we get 1,000 likes on this episode, I'll tell everyone.
100, I want that you have to reveal your teeth in front of everybody, all of the fans.
Hey, I'll do that.
Episode 100, I was shaking on it.
Yeah.
Come on, shake on it. Yeah? Episode 100.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, I hope you've washed those after you've had a piss, like just then.
I did actually.
Good man.
I know you don't really tend to wash your hands, but I do.
Only after a poo. I'm joking. I want some all the time. Yeah, well, so this is our second episode of the day. We flying, I think.
Yeah, we spoke a bit about your London trip.
Yeah, we did
on the last episode, but I think you've got more to say on that. To be honest. Yeah,
I think I just find it fascinating. I think London's a really fascinating place. Obviously, I mentioned about how
you hate it.
Nah, you know what, right? I don't hate it. Like, I fucking love the tubes. I'm sorry, but like, the tubes were the one thing that was scaring me about going. Just because I've heard the horror stories of like people like touching people up and like sniffing them and that on the tubes. You know, when like they get too close and like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I was conscious
I don't think that's a common thing.
I can imagine it is, mate. There's some seedy people out there.
Yeah.
Especially in London. I can imagine.
But like what the tube?
It's just
the tube's got nothing on the Tyne-Aware metro system. That's the problem I've got.
See, I've never used that before.
You've never got a metro?
No.
What?
Never got a metro.
Never?
Don't think.
I guess you've never lived in Newcastle.
I have, yeah. 2 years.
Hang on, sorry. Yeah, you're at Northumbria Uni. You've never got a metro?
No, because I lived near everything. I lived at like, is it Manners? That was the closest metro.
Yeah, man, that was close to mine in first year.
Uni was like around the corner, and like to town and stuff, you just walk. Like, what?
I never knew that.
Yeah, man.
Well, you never like went to the beach, got the metro?
No, because I live at the seaside. You know what I mean? Like, to me, it's not a like. I had friends.
It's Hartlepool. It's not the same.
I had friends in that like who were sort of like, oh my god, the beach. Let's go to the beach. And I'm like, fucking sand, man. It just gets in your toes and gets everywhere. Like, it's not nice.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
And it's not like the weather's always great here.
and it's not like LA where there's fucking a gym on the beach. Do you know what I mean? You'd love that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would, yeah.
Man. Bloody hell.
If the sun was out and there was a gym, I'd be there.
Sun's out, guns out. Eh?
Precisely.
Oof. But yeah, man, I think it's nice. I think it's nice. I can appreciate what it is as a city. I get that, like, I get why people want to go, but I just think, is it all that? You know what I mean? Like, obviously you're from there, so like you probably just think, oh yeah, it's just London. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I'm not too bothered because in my mind it's not special. So obviously I grew up in Croydon, as mentioned on the first episode, which is not. It's not London. It's a 15-minute train away from central London. So we would not regularly go up to London, but
is it as far out of London as Watford is?
I'm just not bothered.
You know what I mean?
I think
probably the same.
I think Watford's a little bit further out. But
but Watford's London, so Croydon's London.
Well, okay. I mean, yes, Croydon's a London borough, but I'm talking about what it's like to. But I'm talking about what it's like to live in the city, and I'm just not bothered. It's just so expensive.
That's what
the crime's pretty bad, and it's just a mega city. I'm not too bothered. I don't think I'd live in the city.
We were there for like
not bothered.
We were there for Wednesday, come home Saturday, because obviously it was the 2 match the Sunday, and I was like, I'm so happy, and I was like, it had distressed me out how hectic it was on a weekend. So I was like, I'd rather go midweek. And then if we come home on the Saturday, it gives me a day on Sunday where, like, if I'd have come home Sunday and went straight to work on Monday, I'd have been stressed out. Like,
yeah.
I needed that day. So we planned out everything. Like, we went to, I had an itinerary on my phone, but it's recording. The Wednesday, we got first class train tickets down, which is absolute shout, to be fair.
Calling me a posh sod. Look at you in your first class. I've never been first class.
To be fair, it was good, but it wasn't worth... It was only £20 extra each on that seat, Frog. So, like, it works out, like, better for, like, the peacefulness and everything.
Yeah.
But they were only offering us, like, juice and coffee and teas, but I was expecting, like, pop, crisps... You know what I mean?
Pop, yeah.
Pop. Pop.
You got any of that pop?
Any pop, please, love. And then the lady on the train was being really nice and talking to us like the waitress person. And it was one of them where it's like, yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Oh, like it was too trim and proper.
Why? It was like, why are you in London then? Just
why are you in first class?
I just fancied Ian is going in first class as well. Yous must be posh. I was like, no, it was 40 quid. Like,
yeah,
just leave me alone. Do you know what I mean? Give me a bacon sandwich and leave me alone.
I thought you had a good experience. I thought you said it was service with a smile.
It was good, service with a smile, but I'd rather have had straight service, no smile. No. She was doing it.
Give me my bacon sarnie.
Yeah, she was doing her job. It was good. It was nice to get the extra leg room. We had a table to ourselves as well, so that was good. I just get bored. Like, I was bored. I was on the train, like, just restless. But then that screams just me. But yeah, like, obviously once arriving there, I was a bit apprehensive because I've only ever used the tubes once when I've been, and that was when Sunderland went to Wembley and won League One playoff final. We can also win trophies.
Not a trophy.
Yeah, but and that was like weird because it was crammed full of fans. Like, it was a Sunday as well, so it was very. Whereas this time, because we were jumping on like midweek, it was quieter, and we found it easier to get around. But it's just. I don't want to be extra harsh, but like, it fucking stinks of piss. Like, it's such a smelly place.
The entirety of London?
Where I walked.
Really?
And it's not a me thing. Like, it was the place.
It might be. I can't say I've ever noticed it really.
Oh, just like, I don't know if it was because obviously on a night they were leaving like black sacks just like out on like the pavement. I'm assuming they collect the bins every night. Are they like on a night or something?
Must be something to do with the bins in the apartment buildings.
It was just
the facilities obviously not being
raged, and like both of us were shocked at like how scruffy it is. Like if you look at it at face value, you think like bloody hell, like this is so nice. But when you get like
the landmarks and things like that.
Yeah, but like if you're actually there, honestly, mate, it's really scruffy. Like
Yeah.
Not clean at all. Like I was expecting like clean streets, like but it's not. Like
No, it's not.
in
That's what I'm saying. I think it's overrated.
like I feel like I'd happily go again, but I'd only want to do things I've not done. Like we watched a show and
Enjoy it?
it was an experience. I get why people like them, but it's just not my cup of tea, I don't think. Like it was very cheesy, over the top. Like there was some humorous bits in there, like I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I did crack a side smile, but
A sensible
Neve
review from there.
enjoyed herself, so that's what was important.
That's
But,
the main
like,
thing.
Yeah, man. But like we had a good time. Like ate in Chinatown. That was all right. But like it's hard because I'm not from there. I don't know where's nice. Like the hardest thing we find is knowing where's good for food.
Yeah.
Like, do we go to like a franchise place, or we'd rather went to like independent cafes and restaurants? We went to Joan Juice. Is that what it's called? It's like a coffee.
I'm not the one to ask.
Juice bar. It was nice and it was funky. Nice. I think that's a chain though. And Gale's Bakery. That's
Heard of that
everywhere, mate. Every corner there's a
mate,
Gale's Bakery.
Every run club goes to
so
Gale's Bakery
shit.
afterwards.
Shit. I got a salmon bagel, right?
Wow.
I was expecting them to heat it up. It was stodgy. It wasn't even toasted, the bagel. And it was like 30 quid.
Jesus.
Honestly, I felt like I'd been like rubbed down and mugged. It was bad.
Which later that night you were, because it was London.
Yeah, nah, like there was positives, like I know I'm moaning like fuck, but like Two Swords, fucking amazing place. Like Madame Tussauds is one of the fucking like, it was amazing. Like we got so many photos.
Really? I thought you wouldn't enjoy that.
It was just like fascinating. Like obviously the Star Wars bit was cool.
Yeah,
and then
love the Star Wars bit.
The crime part underground, like I'm fascinated by like serial killers, all that shit. Massive into true crime, like watch a lot of true crime podcasts. So like seeing like Dennis Nilsson and like shit like that, I was like fucking hell, like this is mad, like, and they're so alike, like it's literally like it's them.
Wow.
Like I just found it fascinating, like
Fair.
I like weird and nerdy things like that, and that was really good. Where else did we go? We went to Paradox Museum, I think it's called. It's like the Illusion-y. It's like Camera Obscura in Edinburgh. Have you ever been there?
Okay. No.
If you can put an overlay of it, I'll send you it and you can put it on.
I'll whack it in.
But will you? But well, yeah, it was.
Don't make it.
We went to Chipotle. It was my first time having Chipotle.
Chipotle.
And they're hefty wraps, them like proper hefty wraps.
I've only had it once.
It was
London.
nice, really nice though.
Solid.
Yeah, like it tasted a bit like Zapatista. Have you ever been there?
Yeah.
Off Northumberland Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
and by
it
the
was
station.
very like that. Yeah, it was lush. Because like we were sort of stuck on teas. Like we went to Camden Market, enjoyed that. Some of the food places there were unreal. I think we got like Spanish chickeny type stuff, and Greek. But yeah, man, I'd say go and experience it once in your life. Like it is a good place for like shopping and whatever else. But it if you don't like people, like, go either early in the morning on a weekday because it's just fucking rammed, like.
Yeah.
And everybody's storming about, like.
Because like you're not, and me not, and me neither. Me not, and me neither. Don't like we like our own space.
Yeah.
We like a little bit more chilled rather than being 100 miles an hour all the time. I feel like enough of our lives are 100 miles an hour. We need that period of.
That's what we
rest.
found. I think because obviously we stayed pretty central. We stayed in like Covent Garden, just at a premiering hub, like it was sound. But we liked the fact that we were close enough. If we needed like half hour like quick nap or something, we could easily go back, get like a bit like recharge, and then go like back out again. So it worked well, but it's not all it's put up to be. I don't think. Like, I think Liverpool's a nicer city. Like, obviously,
I've been to Liverpool
a
couple of times. It is nice.
Never been Manchester, but like Edinburgh, mate. Edinburgh, I'd go to any day rather than London.
Yeah, I put Edinburgh number one,
and
I'll probably put Liverpool before London as well.
When I went
just
to
if I was going to
Edinburgh,
visit to enjoy myself.
So safe, like felt so safe. Whereas I feel like London, I had to have like one of them like man bag things on, with like my wallet, phone, AirPods, just because I was like, well, I don't want them just in my pocket because anybody could jump in there and get them.
Really? So you did that?
Yeah, but like, I was conscious, like even with it on, like, will it still get nicked?
But you were fine in the end.
Oh yeah, I was spot on.
Yeah.
Nobody messes with me.
Hey, damn right.
But yeah, man, it was good. We happy to come home. When we came home, like we were just fucked. Like we tried to cram in a lot over the three days.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you lived there, you could do it like any time. You know what I mean?
Have you been to London before? Like many times?
As a kid, like my dad took me. We went to the dinosaur museum as well. That was a bit boring, to be fair.
What, the Natural History Museum?
Yeah.
Where it's got the Diplodocus in the front bit.
In like
and
the
T-Rex.
outside. Yeah.
Yeah, like as soon as you come in. Yeah.
And I was like, are they real? Like, were there once animals and they've been like stuffed? Or is it like
what the actual
bones and that?
Well, they're not stuffed dinosaurs.
No, like there was like polar bears and that like further on, and it was like is it an exhibition of like mammals and shit?
Yeah, there's genuinely stuffed animals there.
So they were actually real at one point.
Yes.
Like roaming about.
Yes.
So how would
remove their insides?
So were they killed?
Stuffed.
Poached and then shipped to the Natural History Museum?
Yeah. We seem to do a lot of that. The British Empire back in the day. Steal a lot of other people's stuff.
Captain Cook, mate, as we said in the first episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it was good. It was an experience. I'd go again. Yeah, just I'm not a big like I'm boring. Like I'm not a big like go out do it, you know what I mean? Like the thought of like 3 days of hectic shit like stresses me out. Like I liked that we had enough planned, we could just do like our own thing when we wanted to. But like I like all of the fancy bagel places, isn't that me? Like proper looked unreal, like.
Yeah.
And everywhere's
Brick
open
Lane.
so late.
Yeah?
Yeah, like there was an Italian like near our hotel open till like 1:30. And like who's having pasta at like 1:30? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's good.
Whereas up here, like everything shuts at like 11. But it was good. Tourists are a bit of a fucking pain, like, but
of which you are one.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just Americans fucking ignorant, like really ignorant. Like,
wow,
want to swing for them, ignorant. Like, don't say thank you, please. One time, right?
Strange.
We went to that Seven Dials Market, and there's like a food court, and they do like loads of different food stands, and then you sit in like it's like a school canteen essentially. So obviously, me and Neva sat. There's like two couples next to us on our left. They're from like sounded like Yorkshire or like up here way, and they were sound, and then loads of Americans sat on the right of us, but it was all like young lads, and their parents had got a table like somewhere else, and wanted extra seats so that all of them could sit at the same place.
Yeah.
So obviously we'd scanned our stuff and we said, oh, like, let's go now. Like, obviously have like an ice cream and then walk back. So I said to the kid, I was like, look, we leaving now. Do you want to tell your parents so that they're going to have our seats? And he was like, yeah, okay. And then he just stood up, walked, told them. Didn't say thank you. Didn't say, oh, thank you, appreciate that. Just like, yeah, okay. And I was like,
yeah.
I was like, is that a reflection on Americans or is it a reflection on their parents?
I guess like that's probably a family that's got a decent amount of money. If you're flying your whole family across to London, spend loads of money.
I think it was like a sports trip. You know, like when like football teams or like soccer teams go like abroad and all the parents go as well. That's the vibe I got. Or like a school trip where some parents went.
Okay.
Because there was like 6 kids just sat and the parents were like over the opposite side on another table.
How old were these kids?
I don't know, you know, like I had said like 15, but then they were playing like Fortnite on the phone and that, but like, is that a 15-year-old thing to do now?
I thought, yeah, pretty normal.
The Americans, though, aren't they?
Yeah. I'd more say it's the parents.
Yeah.
It's always the parents, isn't it?
Because I just went straight down to, typical American, like, only asked about themselves.
I don't know, man.
But then
there'll be a lot of polite Americans out there. Obviously, most of them will be.
I'm just completely, like, discriminating against all of them, I don't know. But I think it was good. We had, you know, the proper American pizza slices. Like, you know, where it's like a big, massive, thin pizza, like a New York pizza slice.
Yeah.
There was 3 of them, 14 quid, and they were absolutely banging. Like,
what was the place called? Do you not remember? It was in that market, was it?
I can't say it, yeah. Bad Boy Pizzas. Bad Boy Pizzas.
Why couldn't you say that?
I was just stuttering, mate, yeah.
Oh.
Bad Boy Pizzas, yeah. It was like...
Bad boy.
We'd looked online first and like they had like Nigerian scran, there was like Thai, and we thought like let's just play it safe, like especially if we're getting the train on Saturday.
No
like
jollof rice for Jack.
Nah, it was like a...
You ever had it?
Nah, but I've watched videos about a shop in Sunderland, and so it's him who I showed you, you know, him who goes out camping, he's called Blot.
The guy that hides behind Asda?
Yeah, no, he doesn't hide behind Asda, he stealth camps. But he tried a takeaway
Very
in Sunderland
different.
called House of Jollof.
Yeah.
And he ate it in his car and he was sick because it was that rank.
Oh. That's
Honestly, mate,
grim.
what... I'll show
I've
you
never had
this.
jollof rice. Obviously,
I thought you were...
there's nothing wrong with jollof rice and
His
Nigerian
place
cuisine.
in Sunderland, though, called House of Jollof. That's what he says.
Who says?
The man.
The guy.
Yeah.
He takes it back to his little tent and he eats it in there.
No. So he has a Land Rover.
Then why is he in a tent behind an Asda?
He's got a YouTube channel and he does stealth camps and wild camps.
Yeah.
So like he'll go hiking in the lakes and that in wild camp and get absolutely off his nut on like lagers and that, mate.
Okay, I understand going to
But then
the lakes and camping, but camping behind
he also
camping behind an Asda, I don't get.
No, but it's not always behind Asda. Sometimes it's behind like a train track or something.
Doesn't need to be.
Yeah, but it's content, isn't it? Why are we sat here chatting tripe? Do you know what I mean?
True.
People watch it.
Yeah.
He's got loads of followers.
Exactly,
I think he has about 200k subs, man.
Yeah.
And people send him whiskey. And he'd like, each video, he'll do a wasky review, he calls it. And he'll sniff it. And then he says, enough of the sniffing, let's get on to the taste. And then he had a drink. Honestly, mate, he's cool as fuck.
That does
Blot
sound good.
Outdoors, if anybody hasn't watched him. He's a Mackham. Lives in Seaham, or born in Seaham, lives in Sunderland. Cracking channel, like funny as fuck, like proper funny.
Yeah. No, I'm not sure. Like, obviously, he's a funny lad. I'm just saying from, I didn't quite get it, but
he does food.
If you enjoy it
as well, man.
If you enjoy it, watch it, man.
He's just honestly like it's just easy watching. Like I think when me and Neve sit and have tea and that, like we'll just stick like a daft YouTube video on, and he'll do like food reviews, and it's literally just him getting a big kebab and just scranning it and saying it's nice, like, but it's funny, like, he's funny.
Yeah.
He has a glove that he's found, right? And like, it's like a washing up glove, but it's all fucked. And he calls it the glove of self-love. And he puts it on his tent and that and goes, oh, on it.
This is off it, man.
He, honestly, he's funny. Like, he is good crack. But so he, on that, when Sunderland played Newcastle and we referred to it in our last podcast thing, he
lost 3-0.
Camped in the, like, where Sunderland Stadium is, that there's like trees and like a ditch. So he camped in there whilst they were playing and just sat outside, listened to it on his radio and had cans while he was listening. And he was like he was camping behind the away fans' bus. So like, yeah.
That's rad.
I think because it's local, it's a bit like he's been here like and done like food reviews and that for places here.
Yeah, I guess because he's a local guy.
Yeah,
it's just funny to see what he gets up to in the local area.
Yeah.
You're like getting a view, and he's a funny guy.
Gets up a bit like.
Yeah. Is there anyone else? Any other influences in your life?
I don't know. Like, obviously, we spoke about podcasts
Online.
and we like who our podcast influencers are, who we like. Like, obviously, for both of us, I think obviously Joe Weller's a big, like, just for me, it's just how weird and his sound of being weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Him, Luke and Theo on the Waffling podcast, for anyone that doesn't know, that is just, it's three mates that have been like best mates from school chatting. It is great. So obviously that's sort of a similar vibe to what we're going for.
Just because like life's not serious, is it? Do you know what I mean? It's only serious if you make it serious.
But yeah, the best bits are just you chatting waffle with your mates.
Like,
and also they get onto deep topics and speak very openly about, like, Joe especially with his mental health and him being he's a bit different, so it's good.
That's why I relate to him a lot, because he's very open about his mental health and like shit that like he's been through, and I think it's good to chat about it. Like, but yeah, like obviously Joe, I don't know, like I feel like the YouTube scene is like changed a lot. It's very podcast heavy now, so like we're jumping on this like bandwagon a bit later, Sam, but I don't know, like I don't really. Yeah,
we're just another two straight white men making a podcast.
Yeah,
so we're not very
that's
different.
All that's out there. We need some diversity, don't we? Like, shall we? Do you know any other ethnicities we could invite to get some like points for diversity? Oh.
Is this a DEI joke? Yeah.
Oh, well.
But do you know James Alcott?
Yeah. James Lawrence Alcott.
Correct. He
I love his content, to be fair.
Sorry?
He has his Spotify podcast.
The Ripple Effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cracking name, I think, for that.
Oh, great name.
Because hadn't he originally planned to like have it like where he based it on like something happened that led to something else, just something else. So like David Moyes at Man U.
The butterfly effect.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
That was easy.
Well, I don't know, because I'll be honest, I don't listen to that one, but I listen to one.
So why'd you bring it up then?
Well, no, I didn't bring up that podcast. I was going to talk about the one with him and Flav.
Oh, no, I don't like Flav. I get it. Like, I like him.
How can you not like him?
Listen, let me finish.
Sorry.
I like him on the fan debates, but it's just
the overlap.
Yeah, it's the hour long with him and James. I just can't. What? I'm just more. I don't know.
It's the greatest thing.
And he's a Spurs fan.
But I feel like you're rattled by him.
Nah,
And
I like him like more than say like Adam McCullough. Oh, Rory. Oh my god! Don't even start me on Chelsea Rory.
I know you're the type of person to not like Rory.
Some of his points, like in the day, I thought, yeah, like fair play, but he's just so fucking deluded.
He does flip flop a bit, doesn't he?
What's the City fan called?
Because I don't really watch Rory and
The
like
club.
those boys since they obviously left the kickoff.
True Geordie, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't really watched.
I feel
them.
like True Geordie's a good. I enjoy his content, but I feel like it's not cool to say that anymore because of
since
he's
his
very, like-
cancellation. Yeah,
yeah. Because
Well,
he got what did he get cancelled for? The poo? Was that?
that was the first thing that he didn't really get. You can't really cancel someone over that, but he
What
did.
did he say though? He said
Well,
like, oh,
well,
like I want you like shit on me and
Yeah,
do all that.
basically,
Was it like text to a lass?
It was private messages, and yeah, he was saying stuff
Is he
like
into that? Like
that.
Just horny as fuck in the moment.
Well,
To be fair, I get that. Like, I'd never say poo, but like, if you're horny, mate, you'll say some weird shit. You know what I mean?
and he was drunk, and he says that was a bit extreme, but hey, I'm not going to judge him. I thought it was weird how everybody did judge him and try to cancel him, but it wasn't that. It was the joke he made about Andrew Tate afterwards, like the Islam joke.
What joke?
Well, I'm not going to repeat it. I don't personally want to repeat it, but
What was he saying it to offend Andrew Tate?
yes, obviously he's on a live stream.
But is Andrew?
He's been asked about Andrew Tate, who he's obviously had a bit of a back and forth with, and Andrew Tate's recently converted to Islam,
Oh really?
and basically he made it he made a blowing yourself up joke
Right.
on a live stream. It got clipped. It went everywhere,
I can see
as it should.
why.
Like, it wasn't a funny joke, but
Yeah.
I think it was clearly a joke.
But obviously he's come out afterwards and apologised and that. Or...
Yes, afterwards he came out, and because obviously Lawrence, who he did the podcast with,
Yeah.
for anyone that doesn't know, him and Lawrence did a podcast, which was great, and obviously they're not really friends anymore.
Lawrence, I'm not really keen on that.
But Lawrence, he's so good, really. But sorry, my point. I'll just finish there. Lawrence's wife is Muslim.
Oh really?
Yeah, so that's when it was like, well, he's obviously joking because Lawrence is literally raising his own child Muslim, like, and obviously Lawrence had that sort of internal battle of like,
His wife or Geordie?
huh?
Like
A Geordie?
Who does
Oh.
Lawrence pick? His wife or True Geordie? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. But he didn't have to pick either, and they remained friends for obviously a bit, but had a content break. But
'Cause
they just don't speak anymore. I
I'm
don't think.
sure I watched Lawrence on Mark Goldbridge,
Me too.
and I'm sure he was chatting about that
Yeah.
because that was the first interview I think he did since the stopped speaking.
Yeah, because the kickoff stopped.
Well, I heard it didn't stop. It's just McCullough, Rory, and what's the City fan called?
Boovy.
I'm certain they're just fucked off and didn't tell him essentially.
Yeah, I think it was a bit like that
Dodgy.
where obviously he was getting massively taken down in the public eye, and they we don't really want anything to do with this.
Yeah.
We're going to start our own thing. But who knows how much it was behind the back, and how much maybe they asked for more money.
Because
Maybe they just asked for more money, and Geordie said,
yeah,
hang on, we've PokerStars have just cut my deal. We don't really have the money at the moment. And they just jumped ship.
quality wise, mate, that was a good working ship. I thought the quality,
The dynamic on that show was
but even
great.
the camera quality and everything, mate, it was fucking. If at that time point, that time in YouTube, that was for me, Sky Sports tier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But that was the first thing of its kind
Yeah.
of that quality. Because if you look at, obviously there's live shows jumping up all over the
Soccer
place.
Saturday it was essentially, wasn't it?
Yeah, you've got Pitchside that jumped up, the
Yeah.
club. You've got Sharky's one that he does.
Yeah.
Sharky does sports,
Yeah.
SDS. But they're all jumping up. But that was very much first of its kind, and the dynamic was really good.
It's just, it's crazy how like you become his platform based on ranting about Nile Ranger, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah. A message to Nile Ranger.
He was fuming.
That was an awful accent. Sorry.
He was fuming like.
Yeah, he started with just like the iPhone on the ironing board.
Yeah, and then he was doing FIFA rages for a bit, wasn't he?
Yeah. Did you watch that? Because I subscribed to him when he was about 80, 90,000 subscribers, when he was doing the Alan Pardew rants, the golden days.
Aye. Because that was what, like 2014, 2013, 15? Like,
Must have
that's
been.
early.
Yeah.
Like, you think, what, Sidemen, 10 year now? So, it'll have been 2013, like, early. Fucking hell. It's mad, like.
Yeah. Like, I'd have been like 14, 15. Like, yeah. That seems about right.
That's mad. But yeah, I feel like he's one of the, like, not an inspiration, but like he's a massive influence as to like realizing what YouTube could do and how it's just a platform to get out there. Like, even if we don't end up getting like famous, I love the fact it's a hobby. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's good to just, to me, it's like a form of like counseling. Like, I can sit and talk about shit I wouldn't normally talk about, but I'm not conscious of the camera. Just as long as I don't say anything offensive, then we're sort of good.
Yeah.
Like,
I think it's just an enjourable thing to do as a hobby. I think if you do it with the
right person.
I think if you do it with the aim of we're trying to build this, hit 1 million subscribers, rather than we're just trying to enjoy it, and you focus on the input, it's totally different.
Because like, I can imagine it's going to take like a long time to get the same numbers as like others, unless you hit like a viral sensation and then you get like...
Yeah.
But even still, that won't last, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So who's yours?
I think for me, like, it's more... it's just like I enjoy having this on record and being able to look back. Like, think about when we're like 80 and we just like look back
Do you think YouTube's a thing when we're 80?
What?
Do you really think I'll live till I'm 80?
Well, that's a separate point. But I think it's just another thing of just like you're like, what was life like when I was 26, and what was I like as a person?
Like, to be fair,
I think that's really interesting.
Coming up, we've had like old FIFA songs on, haven't we?
Yeah.
And we've been reminiscing. So like, even now being 27, looking back when I was like 15, 14, it's like,
and this is only like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So think about how much more. Yeah, you just have like the nostalgia and the memories of the of opening FIFA packs to these specific tunes, and I must have spent music's incredible that it can take you back to a certain place.
It's scary to think though, isn't it? Like, how much we'd have spent on like FIFA.
Money or time?
Money and time.
Me too.
Like,
yeah.
Mate, I think most of my student loan went on tattoos and FIFA packs.
Okay, student loan is different. So I stopped playing FIFA when I moved to uni. Like, I didn't take my console or anything.
Oh, I did.
And I'm so glad. I'm so glad I left it all behind. Like, the last FIFA I played was FIFA 17.
Nah. Every year though, it's like, I'm not buying it. And then it comes out and like all of the foot cards are released, and you're like, whoa. Yeah. And Mbappe's a 93, like, fucking hell.
Yeah.
And then
Dan Burn's an 85 now, so I'm like, better get it.
Get FIFA. And she's like, yeah. So then I buy it and then play online, smash it for the first like 2 weeks, and I'm like, yeah, this is mint. Then EA release a patch, turns the game to shit. I'm then shit at it. And I start and fucking rage, and the more I rage, the angrier I get. I end up flinging shit, broke remote controls, and it's just not healthy. Like,
I knew you were into shit. Yeah.
One time, my mum had went out. This was when I was like 15. My mum had went out, and I was like, yeah, I'll just stop in. I thought my stepdad had went out as well. So I'm upstairs playing FIFA. Obviously, whoever I'm playing, sweaty goaling it all the time, like skilling past me, and I was just fucking.
Yeah.
So
You were no nonsense Brexit.
Mate.
I very much knew all the skill moves. Yeah.
I was shouting like bad things, and he just shouted up to the stairs. He's like, "Jack," and I was like, "Shit!" Like my stepdad's in. Mate, I was panicking like mad. I was like, "Shit!" Like, oh my god! Like I've just called like everybody everything, and he's downstairs and he's heard me. You might want to bleep that. Are we allowed to say?
I don't think YouTube likes that word.
Right. Well,
so we will bleep it.
I was calling everybody flunts then, and they were just
No, just say the word and I'll bleep it.
Oh, right. I've already said it now.
Yeah. I don't know why you felt the need to repeat yourself. Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, it was rough. But like, I feel like that was just FIFA. Like that was the Xbox. Like, were you Xbox or PlayStation?
Xbox.
Oh, good man.
Yeah. Oh, really? You were Xbox? Because
Yeah.
I feel like most people were PlayStation.
Now most people are, I think. But Xbox all day, man.
Yeah.
Quick scores, no scores, COD, Halo.
Do you have like a number one rage moment in your head of where you lost it or where you were particularly angry? Because I've got one.
I've got one when I was a kid. So I had a friend. He was called Jason, like proper best friend primary school. And I had an Xbox and an original one that was chipped. So I had like all the games on. So we used to play Need for Speed Underground 2 on the original Xbox.
Yeah.
And I was stuck on a level. Bear in mind, I was about 9, 10 at this point. That angry mate, I started crying and I was punching the chair and everything. And then he jumped on the pad and completed it first time. And I said, "Just go home." And then I was crying. I was like, "I don't even like you." I was like, "Go home." Honestly, mate, like looking
Complete
back,
head
that was
loss.
so embarrassing. Like,
Yeah.
but what's yours?
So this was
How old are we?
this is
25.
This is probably like last year, yeah. This is probably like FIFA 15. I guess I'm about 15, 16 or something. Picture this, yeah. Ultimate Team.
Right.
Across the whole year, obviously one of the goals, the thing, if you're an elite player like myself, I wasn't really, is to win Division 1. This was before
Win Div 1.
This was before
Elite Division.
What's the thing where you go into all the pro tier, like you got like gold, silver, elite.
Yeah.
You know when you play like 40 matches in a weekend.
Oh, Weekend League.
Weekend League. This is before Weekend
Foot
League.
Champs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Foot Champs. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Foot Champs.
Foot Champs, Weekend League, the same thing.
Yeah. So this was before that, when the greatest glory was just winning Division 1.
Yeah.
So I remember I had one game left in Division 1.
Yeah.
And I had to win. I had to get 3 points.
What, to stay in Division 1?
No, to win Division 1. To get the
Right.
title, as in to get the title.
Is this you low-key saying I was fucking meant at FIFA as well?
I mean,
Division 1, mate, like...
to be fair, for a period of my life, I've played it that much. It would be a shame if I wasn't. It would be really
were you like
sad.
a sweaty bastard though, like the Penfest style, where like you'd exploit the game mechanics to win?
Well, I mean,
Like
I loved an
drag backs.
I loved an over the top through ball to Ibarbo and
yeah.
Aubameyang as much as the next man. You know?
I can imagine you were S-Wine,
Oh,
the Malapa, yeah, proper.
yeah, that's the one. Yeah, so I had to win this game, and it's a tight match,
Right.
and it gets to like 85th, 87th minute, and I score the winner.
Right.
Like it's like 0-0 all the way. Score 1-0. Elation. I'm gonna win Division 1. He goes up the other end and scores a deflection. In the 90th, in like injury time, an equaliser, like a jammy goal. I think it's like from a corner. Someone heads it and it bounces.
Did you send him a message on Xbox?
No, I ran upstairs and I was like really angry.
What did you do? Did you punch stuff? I can't imagine you angry.
Yeah, I mean, this was when I was like
Were you
15.
stomping your feet?
So I was pretty much. I was livid. Like that's probably the most livid I've been in my life. But obviously now I'm a calm individual, and I've recovered since.
But it's bad, isn't it? Like the thing that pisses me off more is like I'd be at home and I'd be fuming, and my mum would say, "It's only a game," and I'm like, "You don't understand." Like,
but when you
don't understand.
Yeah, when you're a kid,
now,
this
mate.
is it.
Like even now, when she says,
"Grow up a bit."
even now, when they say it's just a game, like, no, you don't understand. I don't know if that's my tendencies, but like, I'm just like, this is life or death. Like,
but the video games are designed
to make you feel like that.
To make you feel like this is you. Like,
I get that.
This is the be all and end all. It's just it's a competitive thing.
Did you play anything else, like game-wise, just FIFA?
Literally just FIFA. Oh, hence why I was a bit of a sweaty nerd.
So is that what's that, like FIFA 13?
So my first one was FIFA 12. A first one on console. I had obviously like on...
PS2 and stuff.
Yeah, on PS2. I had PES 06.
Adriano on the front. Was that 5?
Yeah. What?
Was that PES 6, Adriano on the front? Or the referee?
I believe so.
Is it
I didn't have
bald ref?
I didn't have the referee one.
Adriano must have been PES 6, and then Henri Terry was PES 5, wasn't it? Opposite each other, I'm sure.
Yeah, because PES 06 was the first one, so I don't remember before that. That was on PS2. And then I went over to like FIFA 08, and then when we got our first Xbox, FIFA 12.
09 was Rooney and Ronaldinho in his AC kit, wasn't it, on the front? Mate, I sound like such a nerd here.
I can't remember. You're a year older than me. We've got to remember this. You'll remember more.
I think my first FIFA was 2001. But I was like...
Wow.
When I was older, you know what I mean? I must have been about 8 and I was playing FIFA 2001. And it was mint because you could click R2 to do a 2-footed tackle. But the ref only gave you a red card if it was in the box, the circle in the middle of the pitch, or their box.
Yeah.
So I was always playing as England, getting red cards as Paul Scholes, and I get enough till the ref like abandoned the game because he didn't have enough players.
Yeah. What was the one where you could slide tackle the goalkeeper?
I
feel like that was just like FIFA 08.
05.
It was like FIFA 08 or something.
05, I think you could, but 05 had them weird free kicks where like they had like the ball and you could pick the spin and you needed to hit the bar in the green to it went in every time. Yeah. And I also had some good songs on that. Check It Out, the Caesars.
That was on that one.
Franz
was it?
Ferdinand, Take Me Out.
Wow.
That was good.
Yeah,
good
I don't remember them old school soundtracks.
That was like I'm just always been a big video game nerd, me though. Yeah, still am. But man, where were we at before getting on a FIFA?
We were talking about podcasts and sort of our influences.
Who's like? I feel like I've spoke a lot about mine. Who's your like main influences in like podcasts, YouTube, like serious and non-serious? Like I can imagine you're into like a lot of like self-help and like you know what I mean, like Stephen Bartlett.
Yeah, so because we've had Wafflin and James and Flav for now are the two sort of just like chats, good vibes. But Stephen Bartlett, Diary CEO is, there's some good guests here and there, but I think
it depends on the guest.
100%.
Yeah.
It is all dependent on the guest.
He's a bit boring, isn't he?
Whether what the main one I listen to pretty much every episode is Modern Wisdom by Chris Williamson. Do you know?
No, I never heard of that.
You must know him.
It's good.
He's really good. Like this is in terms of being seen and like somebody that is as curious about things and optimizing and like optimizing fitness, being as productive as possible, like work, business, like things like that. It's the complete podcast I want to listen to.
So whereabouts in your day does that like fit in?
Usually on runs. If I'm going out on a nice easy run by myself, then 100% it will always be that podcast. Or obviously if I'm sitting down watching something at home, there'll be
watch the YouTube video.
He has Yeah. If it's a big, like he does cinema episodes where the production quality is the highest you've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's the best video podcast there is. No competition.
What?
Like he's had obviously like David Goggins, Alex Hormozy, all the big dogs.
Yeah.
He's reached that stage now where he's got
He's Joe Rogan.
he's got over 3 million subscribers now.
Yeah.
So he's and he just has the podcast that it's just made for me. Like and what I'm interested
self-help, like habits and like being your best self. Is that like the main?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's obviously he's read loads of books, and obviously he has guests come on the show that have written books, and he'll read those before and talk about it. But yeah, so his aim for the show, as he always says, is just to understand himself and the world around him.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's really
Which
good.
makes sense,
Almost
to be
every
fair.
episode now, I'm like, take something away from at least.
Yeah.
And not to mention the production quality is really good. And like recently, he had like Andrew Schultz on. It's just come out.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know him, comedian.
Tash.
Yeah.
Got the
A bit
Tash in it.
of a dodgy.
He was on
dodgy
wrestling, to be
Tash in there.
fair. Like
Schultz.
a week ago, yeah, because there must have been in his hometown or something. I'm sure he was in with the ring with like Cody Rhodes or Damian Priest or something. I'm a massive wrestling fan.
Yeah.
I know that's like
I'm not, so
that's very like.
sorry. I'm not gonna.
Do you know it's fake? Yeah.
Yeah.
As is everything else on telly. Do you know what I mean? But I like. I get that. Like I feel like I'm into self-help and that, but only when I'm proper into it. Like I feel like it comes down to the impulsiveness again. Like if I get fixated on it, I'm like, right, let's go. Like, but I can get easily swayed. Like I'm very into like psychology and how people are like they are. Like
he's done plenty of psychology episodes. Like
yeah.
I'll try and send you a few.
Yeah.
Just to get you in the loop, and it's good.
Just because people are mad, aren't they? Like brains are fucking mad.
Mate.
Like we'll talk about conspiracies on like another podcast, but like, isn't it mad how similar brains are to like a computer motherboard? Like,
Yeah, our brains are just very complex computers at the end of the
that's
day.
what I mean. So like, you're gonna probably say fucking shut up, but the
No?
theory of us being in like a game, not a game, but like in a simulation.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's feasible?
Yeah, I wouldn't rule it out.
Like, do you think you could be an NPC? Like all of us are just NPCs. You know what I mean? Like,
I think that's a different question.
we're going about.
I don't believe I'm
our
an
own
NPC,
life,
but I think it could be a simulation.
and there's somebody else watching. But then, is that not God? Is that not what like Jesus followers think? Christians.
Yeah, I guess what
Like-
do you mean by a simulation? Because is that slightly different to people that believe in God?
Like, are we just code? Like, are we part of like a big computer and we're just one little part? Like, you know how people say like the chances of me being alive now is like 0.00000 whatever percent. Realistically, what is the chance that I'm here, you're here, we're chatting about, is life real? You know what I mean? Like,
but we are.
that's what I mean. So, like, is this orchestrated by, like, I don't know. We'll chat about, like, religion, conspiracies, because
Yeah, I've got
we did have
I've got
it
a lot
in-
of thoughts on religion and consciousness.
we did have it in
I feel like I want to
our
go fully in to that.
non-audio episode, and
Yeah.
it was really good, like, because
Yeah.
I think both of us think similar but very different at the same time.
Mhm.
Like, we spoke about like afterlife and things like that, and I feel like it'll be a really good episode if we
Yeah.
proper zoned in on that one.
Yeah, it's like
topic.
properly deep dive for one
Yeah.
episode on religion,
'Cause it is deep,
spirituality, and like consciousness and
Yeah.
do we have a soul, things like that.
Yeah, like I'm very big on soul. Like I think even after you die, your energy's still there.
Yeah.
I don't particularly believe you go anywhere. You just
Yeah.
die. But I do feel like your soul is somewhere. Like
But you're not religious at all,
nah.
which is weird. That you're sort
I
of
think
you're
religion's a
sort
load
of
of fucking wank.
would you say you're spiritual, but you're not religious at
Spiritual,
all.
like I'm all into like. This is where it's weird. Like I don't think star signs are real, but then I'm all into like tarot cards and shit like that. Like because I just find it fascinating. Like how can somebody tell me shit that like nobody else knows? You know what I mean? Have you ever
Explain.
seen like a spiritualist or anything?
No.
You're open minded to it or not?
Open-minded to what?
Like going and seeing a one, like
But what? Why would I?
would you go if the thing of like, oh, she's just fake, like she's just a con artist? Or would you be going thinking, you know what, like I'm open minded, she might tell me something that like I don't know, like
I'm open-minded. I don't want to. I would never want to, before I really know anything about anyone, judge them and be like, sounds like a total scam.
yeah. Because I can
But
imagine it is like certain parts.
I do want to know more.
Like I'm certain I've watched like videos where like I think it was Jack Mate. Do you know Jack Mate?
Yeah.
I'm certain he did a thing where he told, because like, did they do phone calls as well, like phone tarot readings?
Yeah.
And he told them a load of shit, and she just gave him shit back, and he was like, "Yeah, it's all true." I'll find to the YouTube video of it, but yeah, I feel like that's a good topic for.
Is this
the
like people
future.
predicting the future?
Nah, it's more
Or
so
saying,
like,
this is what's going to happen in your life, or...
do you have an
what?
uncle called Steve? You know what I mean? Like, have you ever seen Phoenix Nights? You haven't, have you? You know, like, him was like, I'm getting the word nonce. No.
I've seen the clip.
Clinton Baptiste.
I've seen that clip. I haven't seen the whole thing.
His act is essentially a piss take of, like, mediums and, like, spiritualists, they call themselves.
Psychic mediums.
Psychic mediums, yeah, that's what it is.
I don't, yeah.
Ah, now you know what it is. You're thinking, oh.
I don't, yeah.
But then,
I don't want to say it's all a load of tripe,
do you think it is?
but I'm not convinced at all. I think
Alright.
I think it's sad that they prey on certain people.
Like me.
Yeah.
Tell you,
Vulnerable people like you that don't know any better. Yeah.
nah, to be fair, I'd like to have a full conversation about it, because I feel like, not that I'm trying to sway you, but like I'd like to put my opinions across. But I feel like it's a very deep subject, I think. Yeah. Like I've had my cards read, tarot cards read in the past. And
Your
like,
cards? What do you mean your cards?
So like what it is, it's a tarot deck, a deck of tarot cards. Tarot, if I'm saying that wrong.
Tarot.
And what it is you apparently supposed to like shuffle the cards, and that gets your energy onto the cards. And once your energy's on, you pick 10 cards out of the pack, and then they lay them out in a specific order, and that order is apparently supposed to tell you like where you are in your life now. And honestly, I've had it a couple of times and it's been fucking nailed on. Like, I know a lot of it's like interpretation, but like some of the shit that the lady told me, I was like, you can't know that. Like,
right.
Like personal shit that like only me and like another person had knew, you know what I mean?
Okay. I think it would be interesting to do it. Like we could go and do it and both get our tarot cards read or whatever.
And then speak about it.
And then do a full pod where we speak about that and other things like religion and consciousness and do a bumper episode.
They are expensive though. Like, well, there's one in Stockton, it was like 60 quid, but like that's expensive. I had mine done like end of last year for like 30.
But if they're going to read my mind, it's got to be worth it, Jack.
Do you want to just wrap it up there and we'll do next episode we can. I'd rather chat about all of that stuff first and get our opinions out there, and then we can go and do one.
Do it.
And then see if we have like a bit of a feedback from it.
See if I've had any change, if anything's come of it.
I can't see it. I can't see your mind changing because I feel like you're very strong-willed. What you think's right.
But I'm open-minded.
Yeah, but
if somebody says something that I'm like genuinely unbelievable.
But you're open-minded with facts. You know what I mean? Like, because this is so like it's the same as ghosts and everything. Like aliens, aliens are absolutely real. There's plenty of them roaming about Hartlepool, to be fair, but it's just
some absolute creatures. Yeah,
he is, but
I mean UFOs are real.
Yeah. Have you seen one?
There's proof of no, not myself, but
no, neither have I.
There's enough accounts and proof, but we can get into that whole. That's a whole another episode apart from that.
Honestly, right? If you like, we're gonna be wrapping up now, but like, if you want us to talk about anything like specific, please just tell us because I'm happy to research and reel off like anything I can.
Yeah.
Like, or if you're
I'll happily do some research into certain topics to talk about more.
If they're interested in what we think of something, like, tell us, like, I'll be over the moon for that. But thank you. This one's a bit longer than we expected, to be fair. I feel like I waffle too much about London.
It's only just over an hour.
But I feel like you've already said fuck all this episode.
What?
But yeah, man. Like we said, just thanks again for listening. This is Sam's bit, so please end. Sam.
Yeah. So Jack's quite uncomfortable with wrapping up. But yeah, thank you very much for listening, for watching, wherever you're watching or listening. And we'll see you in the next one.
And thanks for watching with your eyes and listening with your ears.
What the fuck does that mean?
Just
this.
Thanks for using
You're
your
continuing
senses.
here. This is what you're doing. This is why you can't wrap up. Goodbye.
Dry as fuck. Oh. Lots to talk about.